Hi guys, it's me just Limousine again, and for this video that I will be dedicating to the month of Halloween, October in 2025, I figured to let the comedy train keep rolling on, and I figured to talk about the horror slash comedy movie Zombieland. This movie is very special to me because it's such a lot of people that I really like in the acting field. And the four main characters are, with the actors of course, Woody Harrelson plays Tallahassee, Abigail Breslin. I think this is the first major movie. I think it could be wrong on that. She plays Little Rock because she's a little girl in the movie, as well as the very luscious and beautiful Emma Stone, which plays Krista. I know it's weird to hear her first name, but she's also known as Wichita. And then we got Columbus, played by, I swear to God, the worst Lex Luthor I've ever seen on film, or anywhere for that matter. I hated Jesse Eisenberg's rendition of Lex Luthor. It was pathetic. I didn't like him at all. But this movie, he plays a much more in-character person for him. An neurotic, paranoid person. And yet, this is one of his, I feel it's one of his iconic roles. So anyway, as the name would imply, Zombieland is what would happen to the United States if zombies were to run amok in the country and take over the entire country. Right up to the President of the United States, because no joke here, it has the President as a zombie, eating people alive. And I feel that as a mandatory joke for this type of thing, I would say that if this type of situation were real and zombies were to attack the United States, or if there was like a zombie virus that were set loose in the United States, I bet that Donald Trump would probably run away from it and hide away somewhere. Either in this country or in some other country. He'd probably run away to some bunker of his. And just putting that out there, I think that many people will probably agree with me on that. Probably underneath one of his ballrooms or some other big building that he probably has plans for in the future. Along with the Secret Service, and everyone else that wants to go with him, like his family, his wife, his kids, etc. No room for them. There will be no room for them whatsoever. Too many Big Macs for him to have room for actual people in there. So, anyway, they blame this on him. One thing pretty much. The mad cow disease mutated and came over to humans, and Patient Zero, according to this, was a person who ate a gas station hamburger, which I personally like hamburgers from gas stations, but that's neither here nor there. They eat some bad meat and become a flesh-eating zombie for it. But let me tell you something. This movie plays around a lot with that whole zombie apocalypse thing. Because, most movies are like, oh my god, there's zombies, we're gonna die and all that stuff. They actually make fun of it. They actually say that a woman was trying to help out somebody and became a human Happy Meal. And that's very funny. But, I'm loving it. So anyway, they should also show his, rules. Like 37 rules. And they show up like a little graphic on the screen like rule number 2, blah blah blah. Rule number 35, blah blah blah. 25, whatever, blah blah blah. 17, and they have a long list. They don't give a complete list of it, but they say don't be a hero, double tap the enemy, shoot him twice, once in the body, once in the head, because we all know that zombies are down for good. You shoot him in the head, except for the flood. And so then you have to shoot him. We just take a hold of it for a minute. You have to shoot the flood, like somewhere in the chest region, so that the infection ones go pop like a weasel. So there's that. Then he also has a very big fear of clowns, which will be resolved in the end of the movie. But yeah, it turned out that Columbus is very paranoid over zombies, and because of that, he survived longest out of his family. Presumably, they could be alive and well and everything. But for the most part, 95% of the human population in the United States is dead or undead. Which do you prefer? So they have many jokes about that, about the people that died first, like the infirm, disabled, and fat people. Yeah, they make the joke of fat people because they can't run fast, and you need to keep up the cardio if they want to survive. I believe that's rule number 8, like that. Now, being that it's like that, it's like in like big graphics, rule number whatever. Don't be a hero, don't be a hero, don't do this, don't do that. I kind of think that it's trying to be like Scott Pilgrim's versus the World. And then in that case, this movie was probably based on a graphic novel or a comic book for all I know. Which is one thing I want to ask you guys. Is Zombieland based on anything? So I would like to know about that. So anyway, it's funny that he always he talks like he's very single and very into video gaming, as if it's so connected. As if being a gamer has nothing to do with getting women and such. So he talked about that, but then he talked about the woman that tries to that runs his door and its aid in college. And it's really funny because I've already seen the movie already beforehand, so I know what goes on. But she's like, oh, this guy tried to bite me and all this stuff. And well, she came closer to him, until she's actually sleeping on his shoulder. Now, if a complete stranger do that, it's like the male fantasy, right? But in reality, that would never happen. I would never want a woman like that to go so closely to me that I can sniff her hair and rub her hair and that kind of thing. But she does it anyway. You know, like an hour or two later, she turned into a full zombie. A full want to eat you out zombie. And she tried to eat the poor guy Columbus. No actual name given to Columbus. And he tries to run away from it. And he does succeed in getting away from it. But then she's very persistent in getting her catch. To where he gotta hit her in the head with the toilet bowl cover, they get where all the mechanics are in the toilet, and he whacks off the head with it. It makes her head spin around, and that's where a double tap comes in. So it's pretty funny that the one girl that comes to the door and like, oh, thank you for coming over and helping me out and stuff. That's the girl that is trying to eat him and kill him and stuff. So anyway, it's really funny because before you smash her face in with the toilet seat cover, he ends up trying to put it back over her head to try to suffocate her. Meanwhile, she's a zombie. She doesn't need air to survive. So what does she do? She put a hole in it where she hits her tongue and tries to French kiss the guy. Now I find that very funny. She's trying to get with this guy, and he won't have it. I will French kiss her. I love Granddad. Probably would turn into zombie in 5 minutes, but still, I would die happy. So anyway, he does become kind of a loner because of his propensity for being alone and stuff, especially in the apocalypse. You don't trust anyone nowadays. So it's on the road again to go home to Columbus, where his parents are located. Because we don't know if they're dead or alive. He doesn't create it because as you meet the other people, he just fuck them. Fuck the people that gave birth to me. I don't care about them. They raised me, they sent me to college. Screw them. I don't care about them anymore. I got a friend in Tallahassee. And by God, it is awesome. He is absolutely glorious in his role. I love Woody Harrelson as an actor, and I love him in this movie too because he channels Dennis Hopper's character from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Right, that's the part where he duels chainsaws, and he's got the cowboy hat on. He's like, I am the Lord of the harvest. So it's really funny that he's so over the top and so crazy. It's nuts over that. He drives a big SUV with a plow on it and a big number 3 on it. I have no idea what the number 3 is supposed to stand for. Maybe it says love, maybe it's a car number. I don't know what number 3 is supposed to be. I mean, when you get to another car, it should be number 4 if that were the case. But it turns out to be number 3 again. So, another thing about Columbus that's kind of funny and weird is that whenever he's in the bathroom stall, he always takes his gun with him for safety against zombies or clowns that might go underneath the stall door to get to him. I suppose that makes sense a little bit. But, yeah, that's very, very weird. So anyway, we find out that Mr. Tallahassee has an obsession with, two obsessions really, like killing as many zombies as possible. And not just for survival purposes, but he goes out of the way to kill zombies, be mean to them, and hurt them as much as possible. And number 2 is a very, very funny obsession with Twinkies. He has big, clean logs. He has a big obsession with. It's kind of like with Danny Aiello's character in Hot Talk. He's obsessed over cappuccino, but he can't get one. Like this one, he's obsessed over Twinkies, but he only gets a Twinkie at the end of the movie. So anyway, you see, these two kind of team up with each other, and they go searching for food and stuff, and they go into a shopping center like a supermarket, and right there, it looks like they got inspiration from game the zombie in Rebel Outpost, because one of the guys in the game is a big redneck guy with a big gun on him and stuff, and he's one of the bosses in the game. So in the movie, there's a big redneck guy that's including for bruising. It's a zombie at this point. So Tallahassee comes at him with a bunch of oversized garden shears. That's really smart, going to long-reaching zombie with close melee weapons, although bladed. You would think he would use like a projectile or something, like a shotgun or I don't know, maybe making them some sort of a lighter and aerosol can, something a little bit more long range and a pair of oversized scissors. So anyway, they go into the back of the room there, because Miss Wichita over there, talking about her sister. And her sister's like very emotional because she was bitten by some zombie. And turns out to be a trick by the two sisters to get the weapon and the car from the guys. And my question is, if humanity is going down the tubes, why not band together? From the start. They eventually do that but still, why do that? Why pretend not to? Why want to go your separate ways? Now, I know she's family and you want to be your sister, but still, if you don't want to do that, go ahead. If you together want to stay with other humans, band together. So they leave them, and they got to weren't any zombies that just entered the store. Because otherwise they'd be reached Tallahassee and Luther will be out across that gun. So they end up getting in the car. It's a much better vehicle. A Humvee, a Hummer H2, I think, or H3, which makes the 3 bit more appropriate. They go to chase down the girls, to catch up with them, and then they haul them up again. They trick them again. Stupid men, right? So, they go over to, find, you want to switch to a different car again. You want to switch back to the original Cadillac. Even though, me personally, I prefer the Hummer. So yeah, then they go in there, and they drive out a little more. Even though the girl is behind the 2 boys when they get the car back. Now, this brings up a question. I know that the girl was in the back seat all the time. In the movie, they have Columbus sitting in the back of the car, being chased around a bunch of zombies. And then when he gets in the car, there's a zombie in the back seat, to which he escapes using the zombie wasn't using the seatbelt, so he stopped short. But how did the zombie get in the back seat in the first place? And it was awful quiet for the zombie to be in the back without being noticed. Anyway, they stick them up, and they end up going back with the kids, with the 4 people. The 4 people end up banding together anyway. So then they decide to go to California, to a big theme park. And the name of this movie, Zombieland. So then they meet the major cameo of this movie. And they go to this big house with BM on the front. Now, I don't know if this is actually Bill Murray's real house, or if they just picked a house at random in there, but yeah, there's a guy going through the house and stuff. And then Rock and Columbus end up going to the movie theater. Of all things, they end up watching Ghostbusters. And the other 2 are inside that's going the alcohol and the bong in there. And then Bill Murray shows up as himself, but dressed as a zombie, because he doesn't want them to discover he's not a zombie. So this is funny and quite clever disguise for a non-zombie to blend in with the crowd to act like a brain-dead zombie. So this is actually kind of clever because yeah, it's kind of clever. So Tallahassee and Wichita play around with him. They reenact Crystal chandeliers from a Ghostbuster 1 him, and they shoot broken packs and drag things at the chandelier and whatnot. and they have real fun with it. But the thing of it is, nobody else hears it in the house. So when they're talking about Twinkies and stuff, I agree with the Twinkie commentary too. It's that you never hear it. So I'm trying to Bill Murray go into the movie theater part and Columbus ends up thinking it's a zombie and shoots him with point blank with a shotgun, double shotgun. So that's cool, unusual, because it's Bill freaking Murray. You don't shoot worlds like that. So I'm cool. If someone thinks that Bill is the zombie, that's no excuse. He's still a human being and an acting legend. But I do believe in him that he will pull the kind of prank off, or try to anyway. Because when I met him, he was rummaging through my basket for something to eat, or some kind of snack or something, and I just froze. So I got another time my Ghostbusters DVD, obviously, and the same one that I got earlier than the sign just recently, and any parts of the sign recently too. So there. PA couldn't get no Raymond to do it, but it's gonna do. Okay, now it's going Beaver and Moranis and I going to sign too. Now my whole Pokemon collection will be complete. So anyway, that first it was Bill Murray, then he massacred the character of Lex Luthor. So what is this guy? This guy is some kind of sadistic monster, worse than any zombie apocalypse ever made. For sharing you just the Eisenberg. May you right in hell. For murdering two classic characters. And it's real funny here. In its last dying breath, Little Rock asked Bill Murray, in real life, what were your regrets? Garfield movies. It's just funny because in real life, he provided the voice for live action Garfield in the Garfield 1 and 2 movies. And then, the guy that normally plays Garfield in the cartoons played him in the real Ghostbusters, one of the cartoons. So it was a bit of a mixed crossover type thing. One voice actor voiced him, and another voice actor voiced the character that the original guy voiced. But he said that movie was crappy, so I gotta see it now. Again. Okay. Now, let's see, well, so they killed Bill Murray, and when they get rid of the body, it's very unceremonial. I mean, they just tossed him over the edge of his estate, or his hacienda, which they should at least bury him in a 1-foot grave or something, because Bill Murray deserves a little bit more respect than that. Then he's just saying, bye bye Bill Murray, off you go. He deserves a little more respect than that. In any case, we have him, we have some fucking out more boomery property, like Ghostbusters, and then the girl started to break away from him to again some kind of fight or argument. So they ended up taking the car away from them. The Humvee. Yeah, I think the Humvee. And they go to the theme park alone. Which is kind of a bad idea. Because it attracts people who attract zombies. And whatever to them. So they turn on the power over there. They have a big theme park over there. Bigger than Wally World. So they enjoyed the rides over there. And then when you know it, some zombies attack them. And they go into they start running away from the zombies, of course. And the car doesn't work right, of course. So then they go over there, and then they do like a rocket ride, where they shoot you up and they shoot down and all that. Now, it's not a good idea at first, but then when they get on top of the ride, the scene ducks with limited ammo, and they're sitting there on the horses, and the only thing they can do is shoot zombies and or kick them off. So then the two guys, they want to get them back, so that Columbus wants to go get the woman that he loves to try to kiss. And then he dragged Tallahassee along too for companionship, I guess. So so he do that, and then he came to walk around. It used to be, don't be a hero, don't stretch your neck out for somebody. But if it's somebody you care about, you can't be a hero. I would be a hero if I knew that my dad or my aunt were in trouble here and they were at risk of becoming zombies. I would teach them a little bit, then I would go for to rescue them. For somebody else, nah, I wouldn't give two shits about them. But my dad, yes. My aunt, yes. I would be here in a heartbeat for them. So anyway, they go there, they separate, and Tallahassee makes noise to draw the zombies away from them. And remember how me and you got a joke before that the zombie girl wanted to eat out the guy, Columbus? Well, yeah. Not gonna lie, that's a kind of funny and kind of gross at the same time, because when the girl is suspended in midair, especially in the Stone, when they try to shoot the zombies and run out of ammunition, the zombies have to climb the ladder to get to them up in the air. So when they do so, they have to go between Emma Stone's legs to get to her. And it looks like, I'm not gonna go near that, but I think I get the idea from my description. I'm not gonna touch that because I want you to let the video pass. So anyway, well, Columbus is over there trying to get the zombies. And you see Tallahassee over there doing all shit, getting zombies that she's him. And they're doing like all the rides at the theme park with zombies. They're from roller coaster there. And he's over there having time of like shooting the zombies as he's going across the coaster and shoot behind him and all that. And they do the thing with it, it's like a carousel that suspends people and he's shooting the zombies as they go around him and as he goes around on the carousel. It's just so funny. He's having so much fun, and he's very dead accurate with that shotgun too, at long distance. Which is another thing I wonder about these movies, you know, how long of a range can you really shoot with a shotgun? You know, can you shoot 100 yards, or is it more like 20 yards? No, that's a good question. So anyway, they show him having time with life to into a little game booth which the zombies surround him. He is over there trying to shoot with pistols, like one on the other side, and when he runs at him, he turns to the center and he pounds the handlebars into the ammo clips, and that's very cool. And then he continues fighting left and right and all that. So then Columbus goes and gets the two girls, says both are go lives, kills one zombie that's trying to attack her legs and everything else, and that's it. But I feel that if she had kicked the zombie off, it would have been fine. You know, Columbus really didn't do anything except just let them softly down, and then they got a kiss out of it. First base is always a good base to get to with a woman, and yeah. So then, Tallahassee is still in his goddamn quest to get a goddamn Twinkie. I mean, at first you think that it was like a minor thing where he just wanted to get one Twinkie, but now it's like he's on a quest for one, from even to the point of not over trying to rob a hostess truck and being pissed off that the only thing in there is snowballs. So he crashes them all. But in this case, he goes into the concession storage unit and he ends trying to shoot it in the Columbus and shoot in the gun at the door because there was a zombie or something in there. And he shoots the one last box that contained all the Twinkies in the park. Now I find that hard to believe, because you would expect for a concession storage unit to have a lot more than one box of Twinkies. One box and everything else in the place. They have little pops, they have cotton candy, they have candy bars there, a whole lot. So he's like really pissed off. He's really pissed off because that was one chance to get gotten Twinkie in the whole movie. So, the two girls were gonna take off with the car again, with the Suburban sign, with the car that they rode in on from Bill Murray's house. Even though he tried to take a motorcycle from him. I had no idea, Michael, that he even rode a motorbike. But anyway, they had a one way, and they were like, "Oh, none of that, come on, girls, don't do this. Not to receive you, but this time." So they end up not running away from them again. For me, and time it with the guy, and even The Rock even Tallahassee is Twinkie. Now it's really what the face that this guy makes over his goddamn precious Twinkie. And he got so much joy and passion while he eats this thing. And he's so tearful over it. And then what I should also mention, the reason why he hates zombies with passion, because it's like that zombie took his own kid many years ago. The kid was so happy and stuff, and getting bad from the father, spend time with the father, till the zombie apocalypse happened. Everything was good till the zombie nation attacked. And then he ended up getting eaten or killed by the zombies. So that's why he hates zombies with so much of a passion, because they took away his funness. But they forged a family together between Little Rock, Columbus, Tallahassee, and Wichita. So all one big happy family. And that's the Zombieland ends. So I really enjoyed this movie. It should be noted that this movie is actually the only one in my possession starts with the letter Z for obvious reasons. But I find this movie pretty fascinating. See, the fun, it's great. It doesn't take it too seriously, much like Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And it's really fun. I like the zombie kills. I like the fact that Tallahassee has no mercy on zombies. I like the way Columbus has somewhat of an understanding for zombies. They're not the most beautiful creatures in the world, but they don't deserve so much hatred as Tallahassee gives them. I love Emma Stone in this movie. Although I question why she hides behind a hay bale while her younger sister takes the gun in the car from the two gentlemen. And the second time they fall for her flim flam. And you think it'll be the reverse of what that is. So anyway, I enjoyed this movie. And thank you for watching my little video on Zombieland. I'll do it next year if I see it on YouTube or Netflix or whatever. They might not have it on again. I've seen it before. So I did this movie for my month of Halloween in October in 2025. As you can imagine, give this my happy face silver because everybody's great with the honor going to Tallahassee, played by the Lord of the Harvest himself, Mr. Woody Harrelson. I love him, man. He's awesome. In every movie he's in, he always plays a conspiracy nut or redneck nutball, which I like. If you like what you see here and you want to see more of my videos, don't like, comment, and share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also contact me for future information on my future videos by calling me or texting me at 631-707-3707, or you can find me on Twitter or X at PNelsonPro, and my email is jjsviewingchannel@gmail.com. Anyway, guys, I salute everyone like these type of movies, comedy and horror movies, zombie movies in particular. I salute poor Bill Murray. Let him go in peace into heaven. Well, like honest people, but you funny. All these people are national treasures in my mind. So, peace out, my brothers and sisters. I'll see you in the next video of you girls and guys in Zombieland. Ta-ta. And by the way, when you're in Zombieland, do you think of the country, the USA, being taken over by zombies, or the other theme park of the zombies? Alright, folks. See you in the next video.